If I told you, if I told you just half of everything I've always wanted to.
Welcome back, Camily. As you saw in my last video, we carved a pumpkin with the girls. They did a little butterfly and it was so much fun, but we never got around to carving our own pumpkins. They're napping right now, so while they do that, we're gonna carve these pumpkins up and answer some questions. Why do I have such a big one? I'm pretty sure you picked this one out. You're like, I like the stem.
I thought you like the stem.
Oh, I did like it. I was like, cool stem, good pick. But I kind of wanted a smaller one.
Would you want to trade?
Yeah. If you want to. It's just kind of too big for me to work with. A lot of the questions were the same, of people just wanting to know like more about you, your age, where you're from, what you do.
Right. Well, if you didn't know before, my name's Cameron. Spelled the right way, of course. I'm 22. I am a massage therapist, musician, and from here, St. Rosa Beach, Florida.
What is the height difference between us two?
It's about 14 inches.
Yeah,
I'm 6'2" or so.
I'm 5.
You're 5.
5 foot and nothing. So yeah, 14 inches.
Whoa. It's like a spiral.
That's cool. Yours is such a perfect circle. Mine's like got so many like.
You need help?
Yeah.
Here, why don't you like give me a face or something? No.
You want me to draw your face?
Sure.
I'm gonna make it really hard.
I don't know where to start.
Can I do like a Harry Potter glasses and then like a little scar? That'd be cool.
Sure.
Nice. Thanks, girl. Here's your face.
Okay.
What's Cameron's sun, moon, and rising signs?
My birthday is Christmas Day, so that makes me a Capricorn. And my moon is Pisces. Rising is Gemini.
You're like the first Capricorn that I've actually like gotten to know.
Really?
Yeah, so before that I didn't really like know anything about Capricorns. And now I feel like I'm like Capricorn's girl. That's where it's at.
Wow. Well, I'm honored.
And for the record, if you didn't know, I am a Pisces sun, Aquarius moon, and Cancer rising. We're pretty compatible.
To an extent.
To an extent. When we were reading our like compatibility, it said that we were very like competitive and that we would have this like competitive nature about us. And that was pretty early in our relationship that we like read through that together. And I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. Like, I don't really think either of us are necessarily like competitive. I still don't really see it.
I don't know.
But we'll see who has a better pumpkin. Does Cameron have any siblings?
I do, yeah. The eldest of 5 kids. Yeah, I have 2 younger brothers and then 2 younger sisters.
On top of us like having the same name, that's something that I was like, whoa, that's kind of freaky that we both come from a family of 5 kids. I'm as old as his brother. My sister, who's the oldest of our family, is as old as Cameron, and then my younger brother is as old as his second brother. So not only is our family like the same amount of kids, but similar ages as well. Freaky stuff, girl. Another question I got that I didn't write down, but I've been getting a lot, is everyone's asking why I call Cameron girl. When we first started like talking or whatever, I guess like being more of an official item, he was like, I don't like, you know, couples that have like pet names for each other, and I don't like being called baby and calling people like stuff like that. And then he started to do it like ironically. But that's just kind of one of the names we call each other. I'd say more than anything, we're always just like, girl. I think that started because at first he wouldn't call me baby. Oh, small glasses. What is something you guys have in common?
Same name.
Same name. I was like trying to think, I was like, what do we have in common? Kind of forgot about that one.
I feel like usually names kind of hold a lot of like
meaning and like
helps the personality.
Yeah, like if I was named something else, I think I'd be a different person.
Yeah.
So just being that we have the same name our personalities are kind of similar. And I feel like we've also just kind of noticed that other Camerons have a similar vibe. Like anytime we've met another Cameron, it's like, I get your vibe. We also like a lot of the same food. Like we can we can agree on like what snacks are like the best, what dessert is like, what to order if we're like sharing something. Like
Very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Effortless.
What's your favorite thing to do together?
Just really talk, honestly. Talk about anything.
It's something that we could do for like hours. Is just like talk and lose track of time.
Yeah, it's definitely how the beginning of our relationship was. We just kind of sit down, start talking, and then hours would go by. We would never even notice.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
We also like to cook together. It's definitely something that I enjoy doing with you.
Yeah, me too. That was the first time we ever hung out. Like, cooking with you always has a place in my heart.
Oh, girl. I'm taking a different approach, but I respect it.
It was clean.
When we carved the girl's pumpkin, we made pumpkin seeds and just put like salt and pepper on it, and it was really good. But with these seeds, we're gonna make pumpkin seed milk. We've been talking about like making a milk together, like almond milk or cashew milk, but we're finally getting around to doing it, and we're gonna do it with pumpkin seeds. I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I've done it before. It always comes out really good.
When did you meet? We met at like the end of February.
Yeah, shortly after your birthday.
I remember I like just got a haircut.
Right.
And I just turned 20, and there was just a lot of change during that time. And then I met you.
Yeah, little did I know that amount of change was also gonna apply to my life too.
Who admitted their feelings first? That would be me.
Right.
We were on the phone. I think the day before we were playing like 20 questions. And I asked a question. I was like, why do you like talk to me every day? Because at that point we'd like talked every day for like almost a month. And I'm like, why are we talking? Like, what's going on here? And that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, do you like me? And he was just more like, I like talking to you. And I'm like, oh. And then the next day I brought it up again, and I'm like, I was really just asking because I like you.
Well, yeah.
I wasn't really sure. I don't know, based on the answer, it like didn't seem obvious. I had no idea. Like when I told him that I liked him, I like did not expect him to like say anything back. I was like pretty convinced that he just saw me as a friend. So I was quite surprised when he was like, well, yeah. And then we both were like, let's take things like really slow and do this right. It wasn't like, I like you, okay. And, you know.
It's official.
It's official. We like each other. A few days after that, we hung out for the first time in person. And it was definitely very different than the other times we hung out because we, you know, there was like mutual feelings there. It was a bit more nerve-wracking. It went well though.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say it went bad by any means. I mean, I was like just trying to have a good time. I could tell you were like nervous.
I was acting so weird. I'm surprised it didn't like scare you off. It definitely got like easier over the next few times we hung out after that.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know, I feel like we both can be kind of shy and awkward in our own ways.
Definitely.
Ozzy helped to like break the ice a lot. Because if it was ever like, I don't know what to say, I was just like,
Hey, look, what's up?
Ozzy, what's Ozzy doing? Did you have any hesitation just because of the fact that I had kids?
No, I don't think that should really contribute to how I feel about you.
I mean, it's definitely something you like.
I mean, yeah, it's something I had to consider for sure, but I knew I wasn't going into like a normal relationship.
Definitely different than anything you've experienced before.
Yeah, I kind of prefer different, honestly.
What was it like meeting the girls for the first time?
It's kind of surreal in a sense. I mean, the only time I'd ever seen them was like on a screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just remember them being a lot smaller than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
It was very relieving, kind of in that way. Like, I remember like whenever I met up with you, and I sat down because we were sitting on a bench, like just D like immediately just kind of like walked up to me and like sat in my lap. I was like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah, Delilah took to him like right away, and with Colette, I was like, you know, this is my friend Cameron.
And she's like, oh, hi, Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, she's met a lot of my other friends before. Yeah, she was just like, oh, mom's friend. Hey.
So, yeah, it was very seamless.
It was a fun day.
Very
too.
natural, I felt. I don't know.
We made cookies.
Yeah, maybe lemon sugar cookies. That was fun.
How does your family feel about you dating someone that has kids?
I don't know. I mean, I told my mom and she didn't really seem to react any differently than if I were to tell her that I had like a girlfriend without kids.
I felt very like welcomed right away. I didn't feel like any kind of judgment for me having kids or anything.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Which is something like going into like dating and having kids that I was kind of not sure about, you know, like how your family would feel about it.
Yeah.
Before that happened and before I met them, I was like very nervous.
You can just ask. What do you need?
The knife. My knife just kind of sucks. Do you like my phone?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to do a witch hat now. Is Cameron moving in? This Cameron moving into the new house once we move?
I am not. No, I like where I live a lot.
He has
And
a great little place.
yeah, it wasn't easy finding it, and I don't anticipate on losing it anytime soon. Plus, I just really like my alone time.
Yeah, agreed. I also really like my alone time, and I don't know, my time with just the girls is pretty important.
Definitely.
I mean, I'm excited at the idea of potentially living with you someday, but not where we're at right now, not where our heads are at. So this is actually not a witch hat, it's a sorting hat.
Oh.
I just decided that just now because, duh. I don't know what the sorting hat looks like, but
It kind of looks like a peep.
yeah, I get that. Here's the final results. We got the sorting hat pumpkin. We got the Harry Potter pumpkin. They look so cute next to each other. Like without it, it'd be like, what? We put the hat on Harry. Gryffindor. Matches our costumes, I'd say. We did pretty good. We're gonna go put these next to the butterfly pumpkin and put candles in them later. That pretty much wraps up today's video. I'm glad that you guys can finally get to know Cameron and our relationship a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video, family.